This is Triple Play Fantasy Coach's Corner, episode 6. I'm Coach James Lewis. That's Coach Kevin Coleman. Today we're going to talk a little bit about NBA All-Star competitions. We're going to take our picks. We're going to run through the names were just announced, and we're trying to see who can be the Nostradamus of the two coaches. Let's first talk about the most exciting, as far as fans are concerned, aspect of competition, and that's the slam dunk contest. This year's slam dunk contest is going to be taking place at halftime of the All-Star game. Thus, I guess that's why they only have 3 competitors. Before we announce our champion, it is a shame that Zion Williamson is not in this competition. That is what the people want. Everybody wants to see it, but maybe has to do. LeBron James didn't do the slam dunk contest once upon a time. But you still have some high flyers here. Dunking is just getting better and better each and every year. And let's see if these competitors can give us a good show at halftime. You got some showmen. Coach Kev, we just saw our competitors. Who do you have?
Yeah, this is a weirder one. I'm taking Obi Toppin, I guess. I think that he's got –
I hate agreeing with you. Stop it.
I almost took Cassius because, but I'm going to go with Obi just because I think he's got that flair. He hasn't really played very much, and he's been kind of hit or miss. I almost took Cassius because he's my Duke guy. I almost did it, but I think Obi's going to do it, and I just think he's got that bounce. I think that he's got the dunk contest kind of that mindset. He'll come out and he'll go, but I think it's him. But I don't hate Cassius. I think maybe you can put a little bet on that one, but I'm taking Obi.
All right, and I'm taking Obi Toppin as well, and a credit to him really taking showmanship to the next level. We saw him high flying with the Dayton Flyers, and they became ESPN's favorite team to put up because his ability to leap. Now, one of the reasons I'm a little tentative on him is just because he's a big, and it's harder for them to get the oohs and ahs because the smaller guys that are flying up at the rim. It just looks aesthetically more pleasing, and Cassius Stanley definitely has that. Cassius Stanley is biting the rim every time he leaps. I've seen Obi Toppin do the off the side of the backboard between the legs. That's going to get you at least a 9 or a 10. I think he's going to throw that in the mix. Yeah. The fact that they've done competitions before, we've seen some of these things. Anfernee Simons is a high flyer, and you're going to see him bounce the ball at the ground and do the whole throw it in the rim, which gets you an 8 or 9. Like, it's cool and all, but that's not going to win you competition. I think Obi Toppin is going to bring out some perks, something special. He's got something in plan. It's like I feel like he's been dreaming about being in a dunk contest his whole life. So I'm going to lean a little Obi Toppin, but it sounds like both of us are slightly rooting for Cassius too.
A little bit, just because I love Duke. But Obi's got a 44-inch vertical, man. So I know he's a bigger guy, but he can jump out of the gym. So I'm actually kind of excited about it a little bit to see what he can do. But I'm going to take Obi.
What's your take on, before we move on, what's your take on him as a player and Cassius? Because we know Obi Toppin's been hurt this year, but he's highly touted as the best college player last year. What's your take on him?
Obi's going to be okay. I think that, but, where he played at, can he go against NBA guys? I think his athleticism gets kind of down a little bit because these NBA guys are athletic. He's not playing against lower competition. I think he'll be okay if he finds his role. I do think he's undersized, though, and he's got to be able to improve his shooting. So I think Obi's going to have to work. He's going to have to do a little bit more. I like Cassius, too, but, again, shooting, he's got to do those things. Like, he really underperformed at Duke. I think both these guys, if I had to pick, I think Obi would have the better career, but we'll see. Where do you find him on that?
I see him being a long-term pro. I got some of the same questions. It's the lateral movement ability to be able to defend whoever he's going to defend, whether it's the 5 or 4 or the 3. Yeah. But I can see as far as shooting, I can see him as a spot up, getting the corner and then catching lobs. So I think it has to kind of be a system thing for him to be truly successful. But I see him having a career in the NBA and being an all right player. But I guess there's a reason why he dropped. And then Cassius Stanley, coming into Duke, all the talent, and we know how high-flying, amazing he is. I think just that creativity, being able to finish around the rim outside of dunking, and his vision. So he's got some growth to go. So he might be a late bloomer because of his athleticism, but I'm kind of skeptical on Stanley being a solid NBA pro.
Yeah.
Right, speaking of shooting, because we're talking about Obi Toppin shooting, let's move on to the snipers, and this might be my favorite all-star competition. You usually see the brightest of stars, not afraid to put their name in the hat here. We looking at the competitors. You got D-Book, Zach LaVine, Donovan Mitchell, Jalen Brown, Steph Curry, Jayson Tatum. It's hard to pick from. This is one of those things where I kind of go back and forth with my brother again on who you got. So who would you say your first guy off of that list that you would take for 3-point competition and for the W?
I'm taking my Booker. I think Devin Booker. I like his release. I like his shooting form. In this competition, it's got to be quick, get the ball out, because I think one thing they always forget about is the timing. And I love what he can do. You know, he was in the 3-point contest. I think he has that ability to win this thing, and I think he wants to win it. And he has a little thing with Curry out there. I know Curry's not, I know Curry's the easy pick, and I understand that Curry is probably the best shooter in this. Obviously,
he's my pick. He's my pick, and he's my easy pick.
Yeah, he probably is. But I'm going to go with Booker. I think that I think he's playing well. He's excited to be in the All-Star game. I could see him maybe pulling this one out.
He's excited to be in, and now last 2 years he was originally stubbed, and then he was filled in through injury. And I know how that can really fuel a player. We saw Bradley Beal last year get left off the All-Star game and then have 40, 50 nights for like the next consecutive 6 games. So D-Book is a good selection. I agree with you on his release. I mean, it is just a beautiful thing to look at, and you saw that even from his high school days and then at Kentucky. So.
Yeah, and he should have won last year. I thought he should have won. He got close, but I think that this will be the year he wins it.
All right, so you're going D-Book. I'm going Steph Curry. Do you got a second guy just to kind of ring out the list?
I'm not taking either of the Boston guys. Those guys are not on my list. Maybe LaVine. Maybe LaVine gets hot, and he's got that kind of that shooting stroke I like to see. He gets hot out there, hits some racks, and goes there. But it's kind of interesting because really, besides Curry and Booker, I don't really see that guy that will come in. We don't have that patented, just that white guy that comes out and just hits threes. We don't have that in this one.
Regular Joe Harris,
guy shooting in the corner. We don't have that guy right now. So I think it's really just. Booker and Curry, and then maybe LaVine.
No white guys in the 3-point contest. Oh man! But it is starstruck. These are all all-star players. So I'll take the Boston guys. Give me Jayson Tatum, and then give me hot Jalen Brown. We didn't even mention him in the Most Improved Players award, but he's up to 25 game, and when he gets hot, he gets it rolling. All these players are a threat. And we know shooting is streaky, and it's about getting on the right streak. But you got D-Book, I got Steph. And that takes us to our final unheralded competition, and that is the skills competition, the skills challenge. We saw a big and Bam Adebayo win this competition just last year. Since you had first dibs, I'm going to go with the Suns backcourt mate, and I'm going the veteran, the captain. Chris Paul, CP3, give me him in the All-Star game. He is one of the most competitive athletes in sports, and he's going to take this competition very seriously. I mean, his accuracy with passing the ball, his quickness, and his ability to shoot the 3 off of the dribble are going to help him in this competition. I got Chris Paul. Who's your first selection, I guess, when it comes to this?
Well, I'll tell you who I know is not going to win this damn thing is Robert Covington. If he wins this thing, I will.
No way.
I will do something, but there is no way Robert Covington wins this.
How did he get a call?
Adam Silver is stretching right now. He's looking for guys. They don't like Adam Silver right now because he's making them go to this. So Robert Covington, I guess, good for you. But if he wins, that would be the most upset in the history of sports right there. This one is weird. The skills challenge is weird because it's the guys that take it too cool, they never win. They got to be the dudes that play it. So that's why Chris Paul's a good pick by you, because that dude just wants to win in everything. And I'm going to take Luka.
Speaking of cool hand Luka.
He might be too cool. That's the only thing I'm worried about is he'll come out there kind of cool. But maybe he doesn't like Chris Paul. Not a lot of guys like Chris Paul. So maybe he'll get that competitive fire and wants to beat Chris Paul. But I'm sure it's going to be Covington now that I just shit on him. But I'm going Luka first. Take Luka, and hopefully he doesn't let me down.
Did Damian Lillard just say like no? Did they not ask him? Like Covington has no business being there. He's not an all-star. He's not close. He plays 40 minutes and he'll give you a donut. His strengths are on defense. This isn't a defensive skill competition. How does he get the nod? And like, who did he pay to get in this competition? I need answers. Adam Silver, I'm talking to you. I need answers. Why is Robert Covington in the skills competition? I feel like I could do better than him.
Oh, I don't know, Coach. Maybe. I don't know about that one. I'm not going that far.
All right. I digress. And I haven't played in indoor basketball in a year's time. So maybe if they take it outdoors, since this is what I've had to do in this COVID times, I'll set up the cones. And Robert and Covington, you can come to Maryland and play me one-on-one in the skills competition.
Yeah, we'll record it. We'll put it on YouTube.
There we go. Calling you out, Robert. So I think another guy that's going to take this way too seriously, Domantas Sabonis, because he takes everything in life seriously. And all-star, second year in a row, and he originally got stumped, got an injury placed in there. He's got a chip on his shoulder. I like that idea. And he's just very skilled. Passing the ball, everything that he does in the game of basketball. I think the apple doesn't fall far from the tree as he's getting some of those hand-me-downs from Arvydas Sabonis. And I don't think a lot of people even talk about how wonderful his father was at playing the game and how easy it came and how IQ, because since he came to the NBA so damn late. But yeah, give me Doma. Do you have someone outside of Luka?
No, I'm sticking with Luka. I don't have anybody else. He's my guy.
Randle and Vucevic are still here.
No, I'm good. I'm going to stick with Luka. I think if it's not Luka, it's going to be Chris Paul. So those are my two top guys.
All right, watch Robert Covington steal this away. And this is going to go viral, and we're going to be embarrassed, and we'll have to send official apologies over to the Covington household. But yeah, those are our competitions. And the thing is about this year's All-Star game is they all happen in that one day. So I'll be glued to my screen on Sunday. I would be remiss if I didn't point out the fact that, not saying that it should have happened, but the Rising Stars Challenge is one of my very, very favorite things to watch when it comes to the All-Star Game weekend. And Coach, I just wanted to hear your opinion on that, and what do you think about that game? Because I see players just play outstanding, and then next year they'll be in the All-Star game 2 years from there.
Yeah, it's just another unfortunate thing, right, with this COVID stuff and all that. I think it's a great game. I love watching it. I like the young guys seeing them play, especially when they flipped it up and
playing together, right?
Yeah, and getting on the same teams and kind of going there. And I need to, and I'll miss it. But hey, hopefully we're back to normal, right? And we can see it, and we'll see these guys. But I wish I could see Ja if he was healthy with Zion out there and doing all that fun stuff and seeing the young guys and LaMelo in there. It would just be a lot of fun to watch those guys. But hopefully next year we see it and we go from there. And so everything will be a little bit back to normal.
Yeah. And also, side note, I could live without a celebrity game for a year.
Yeah. I don't need to see Kevin Hart anymore.
Or Justin Bieber.
Yeah. No, I'm so sick of seeing Kevin Hart play basketball. Like, let's stop that. Like, we got to get over this stuff.
I think he retire officially. He's like, I'm backed up.
Yeah. Good. Stay retired, Kevin Hart. I'm so done with the celebrity game. I can't watch it anymore. I've never really watched it, but it just gets old.
I do love his all-star commentary because he has just the top-tier ability to roast anybody at the snap of a finger, and I just love him roasting up whether it's Shaq or Charles or even giving Ernie a hard time. I love Kevin Hart. And last thing, put in a one-on-one competition next year, please. We would love to see it. I know Coach Kevin feels the same.
Yeah, put it in. Let's see it. Or 3-on-3. I don't care what it is. Give me something a little different.
Well, there you have it. Coach's Corner Triple Play Fantasy Basketball Podcast. We are out for now, and we'll see you next time.